Kirsty. Welcome in. Ah, bang. Oh, did I get it? Don't mind me, folks. Oh, how are you this morning, Kirsty? Look, it's cold. Oh, no, you can't tell. Well, it is. Trust me. Hello, my friends. It is another wonderful Tuesday morning here in Australia, 9:30. And the sun is out and the sky is blue. And hopefully we're going to have a much better day than we had yesterday. Hello, Ace, my love. Mwah. Welcome in. So lovely to see you. Oh, my fingers are a bit cold. How are you, Ace? And how are you, Kirsty? Oh, we've got a few thumbs up there. Thank you very much, everyone who's in there lurking and not lurking. Hello, Debbie Sue. Oh, wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing well. You hear all the magpies warbling in the background there. Oh, so we had a big day yesterday. It was an unexpected day yesterday. The fencing was due to start. It was like the third attempt because it had a few issues with the excavator. And he did come up here yesterday and he was here by 9 o'clock. But because we had a lot of rain over the weekend, my driveway, which I think I've told you all, is quite steep. It was very slippery. And the truck couldn't make it up the driveway with the excavator loaded on it. And so it ended up slipping back down the drive, and it ended up with one wheel up on a bank and another wheel was like half a meter in the air, and the excavator's on the back of the truck. And they ended up getting straps and tying the excavator onto the truck in case, because the truck was on such a lean that if it shifted at all, the excavator may have slid off the truck. So the excavator was like strapped to various trees, and it was a long day. It was about 5:30 in the afternoon, so almost 8 hours by the time we actually had the truck back level and the excavator safely off the back of it. So the whole day was spent doing that, really. And I mean, it wasn't good, but no one was harmed, and the excavator was fine and the truck was fine, and it was just a bit of an unfortunate series of events. So the fencer was here yesterday. We just didn't get anything done. Not on the fencing, at least. But today, he's here. Oh, thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. Aren't they so good? So how are you doing, Debbie Sue? And how's your husband doing? Is everything sorting itself out with your blood clots? I think that's the important question that everyone is wanting to know. And I wonder what time it is. It's probably, well, of course, it's 9:30, isn't it? So today is Tuesday, as you know, and it's our farm walk around. And I need to, because my fence will already be down the driveway, because the first thing he has to do is repair my shared fence with the neighbour, because yesterday we ended up having to get other equipment in to help to stabilise the truck and the excavator, and they couldn't get around in front of the truck where it was stuck, and so we had to cut the neighbour's fence so we could get some equipment in and around through the neighbours into our place. And then they got in front of the truck and they pulled the truck up about a metre or two, just enough that we could get the excavator off the back. And then once that was done, everything was simple. But So he's down there repairing my fence with the neighbours, and I need to take him some of these. These are called gripples, and he needs a few of these. So I have a bag. He doesn't need a whole bag. I might take, oh gee, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 gripples. So, of course, he is a fencer, so he's able to fix the strand fence easily enough. But there was also a mesh fence that needed to be cut, and he will need the gripples for the mesh fence. So let us go for a wander. And now he does know that I'm wandering down with these gripples, and I told him I will be on a live. So actually the other thing I need to do is, hang on, I'm just getting reorganized here. I'll take my gripples out of that pocket and put them in the other pocket. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to put my battery pack in this pocket here, because that's where I'm used to having it. There we go, all sorted. And we'll wander down the drive and go see our fencer. See, the cows are all here. And of course, once we've done that, we'll come back up and visit the cows. They're all here waiting, the cows. Hopefully they're all here. Yes, they are. Even Panda, look. Horrible little monster. He got out the other day again, and then he got out yesterday. So every single day he's out. Hello, Maria. Welcome in, Maria. Lovely to see you. Now, I see here that Debbie Sue says he's doing better. I have to wait and see a hematologist. I am waiting on a call for when my appointment is. Well, I'm really glad to hear that, Debbie Sue. I'm glad that things are in progress. That is good. That is very good. I'm pleased. Now, Joy is here. Welcome in, Joy. Joy says, hello, Susan and all. Maria is here. Hi, I came to say hello. I seen you earlier on Raccoon's Live and wanted to help and support you. Well, thank you very much, Maria. I do appreciate that. Today is Tuesday in Australia, and it is our walk around the farm day, but we're starting not with the animals today, but I've got to deliver some little bits and pieces to a man who is doing some fencing for me further down the drive. Be strong like a grizzly is here. Welcome in, my friend. Kirsty and Debbie Sue are saying hello to everyone as they come into the chat. Was it yourself whose family are from Yorkshire? Yes, they are from Yorkshire. All scattered around Yorkshire, different places. Most of them, you know, they're getting older now, and they've sort of moved to bigger towns. Like I've got a lot of relatives in Leeds still. And I have a few relatives who have moved down to Cornwall. Well, when I say moved down, I mean they moved down like 10 or 15 years ago. So yes, I've got relatives in Leeds and other various parts of Yorkshire, and in Cornwall. Okay, sorry, I was just catching up with the chat. So we're wandering down here. So yes, I took some epic photographs yesterday of this truck. I mean, it was on such an angle. And honestly, it was such a day. It was just You know, people kept coming and equipment and trying to organize tractors and bobcats and different bits of equipment that could help. So I've been doing some pruning here. I did that yesterday before everything has turned pear-shaped. In fact, we were doing this pruning when we found out about the truck and the excavator being stuck in the driveway. Ah, we are on the Durham-Yorkshire border. Oh, wow, okay. Bobby Moser is here. Hi, Susan. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. How are you, Bobby? Are you well? It's so lovely to have you here. Thank you very much. So let's get this gate open. Get the gate open, do that, slide that across. Ugh. All right. Gate is open. I should put it up on the post, but I can't do that with one hand. That is a very heavy gate, let me tell you. Shaz Sylvester is here. Welcome in, my friend. Bobby Moses says, I am fine. Thank you. I'm really pleased to hear that. See, again, pruning. Always try and prune the branches high enough that, one, you can get a vehicle through, and two, high enough that the deer and the cows and various animals can't eat them, because they nibble on the branches and they eat all the leaves, which in itself isn't a problem, but then as they eat the lower leaves, they pull on the branches and they can actually end up ripping them off, which just does harm to the tree. So once they get to a point where I think animals can reach them, we actually prune them. I think it's better to have a nice clean cut than have a branch torn off by an animal. So hence the pruning. Oh, like number 10, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Raj is here. How are you? I am good, thank you. How are you, Raj? I was on one of your lives the other day. It was about 2-3 days ago, I think it was. But I was having a bit of a day, so it was one of those days where I was lurking more than I was getting into the chats. So I was sort of like watching videos and I was in lives, but I wasn't really communicating much. Lunch? No. What, you mean here, lunchtime? It's about 9:45 on Tuesday morning here. Can you hear all the birds squawking? They're cockatoos. They're all flying over. Breakfast, yes, closer to breakfast time for sure. The only thing is that if I tip, oh, there's some parrots, but the squawking, like the real loud squawking you can hear, are the cockatoos flying over. They always tend to squawk as they fly. Or even when they're not flying, they tend to squawk a lot. They're squawks. And there are some parrots around as well, and you can hear the crickets, but at the moment they're being drowned out by the cockatoos slightly. So I'm just being careful on the drive. It's quite slippery, as we found out yesterday when trying to get a truck up the drive. It's just that we had so much rain last week. I didn't think it would be enough to make the truck get stuck like it did, but it did. That was a parrot. Tweet, tweet, tweet. So let's keep wandering down the drive. We're all still here. I will connect you back, guys, says Raj. Yes. Ah, everyone's saying hello to everyone else, and that is wonderful. So we keep walking, keep walking. certainly a much nicer day than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was threatening rain for the entire day. It got so dark and it was so misty. And, you know, once or twice we did actually get a couple of raindrops, literally just a couple. And we're all sitting here thinking, oh, gee, I do hope it doesn't rain. That was the last thing we needed, because we had this truck stuck in the driveway on a rather severe angle. And one thing we didn't need was rain. And the other thing, we were all looking at the back tire of this truck, because all the weight was sort of balanced on this back wheel. And if that tire had blown, yeah, it was all very concerning. But, you know, everything worked out. It was a real stressful day in many respects, but it all worked out for the best. And like I said, no people were harmed, no equipment was harmed, and so many neighbours and locals came to help. The man who does my hay cutting for me, he came up with some equipment and some friends, and they were all helping as well. So everyone sort of pulled together during the course of the day to sort it all out. All right, we're getting there, people. We're getting there. Let me just turn you around for a minute. Although, I mean, I don't know. Do you want to look at the walk or do you want to look at me? Lovely to have support like that, Susan. Ah, hello, my friends. It's foraging and urban farming. Welcome in, welcome in. It's so good to see you. Both. All right, well, okay. We'll turn you around for a minute and you can see me. Ugh. So we're walking down the driveway. Oh, yes, there is my fencer waiting for me. Well, he's probably not waiting for me actually, but his car's here, so. And the excavator's here, so we can all have a look at that shortly. The gorgeous you, yes it is. And I am gorgeous. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep walking. This is our stockyards for those of you that haven't been on a walk with me while I've been to the stockyards. I don't come down to the stockyards every week. Tuesday is the day, or Monday, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it'll be your Monday. But this is a regular live we do every week where we go for a bit of a wander around the farm and we talk to the chickens and the cows and the sheep. And sometimes we come down here and walk down the drive and we'll look at the stockyards. That's a big bonfire there. We're going to light that next week on a live. Well, I was actually hoping to do it later this week, but after all the rain we had, I don't think it would actually light all that well. It was scheduled to do on, I had scheduled it to do on Thursday. My Thursday, your Wednesday, depending on where you are. Oh, it's a bit glary. I wonder if I can, no. All right, we're walking. In just a moment, you will see an excavator. Very exciting stuff. Oh, look, peppermint gum, a baby one. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Louis, welcome in, Louis. So this little excavator I'm about to show you is the one that could have fallen off the truck yesterday, but luckily for us it didn't. So it's only a small little chap, but big enough when it's up on a truck that's sideways. You'll get to see it in action a bit later on. So that's the excavator that we're going to be using probably in the next couple of hours to start working on the fences. That's another bonfire pile, because you can never have too many bonfire piles. And that's a tree we've got to chop up for firewood. So there you go. Now I see people are chatting here. What are we saying? What are we saying? Foraging is saying hello to Louie. Nice fun tools. Yes, aren't they? Oh God, I tell you what I would give to have one of those here, like to own one. Can you imagine the stuff I could do? Old Hillbilly, welcome in. Hello to everyone. I don't know yet, but I hope to. Well, it is a very nice community we have here. Everyone's very nice and everyone's very polite, and we all come in and chat and we have a wonderful time. And today is our farm walk around day, but we're not starting with animals today. Today we're starting with other things like fencing repairs. But welcome in. All right. Walking, walking, walking. Ah, Kevin Rowe, welcome in. Simply Debbie Sue says, yes, we must. It's amazing what those excavators can do. Yes, I know, Joy, isn't it? Ah, there you are. All right, I have some gripples here. Yep. How long have you been here? I'm guessing it's about 10 to 10. Yeah, about an hour. An hour? Yeah, about before 9, I believe. Oh, you should have said. I could have come down earlier with them for you. Oh, no, it's all right. I've got enough. I found enough to get by. Oh, okay. So do you want me to replace them? Yeah, we will, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can just replace mine. Okay, not a problem. They're all the same. They're the same thing. Yeah, they are. None of them's special. Here we are, repairing a fence, folks. This is what it looks like. It is beautiful country, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Thank you, Ace, for putting everyone's links up. Everyone's connecting with everyone else's channels. That's so lovely to see. Thank you very much. I bet you slept well last night, did you? Yeah. Sore and buggery. Yeah, I know. I went home and had some Nurofen. Yeah, I haven't been that sore for a long time. No. Up and down that bloody back all day. Yeah, for sure. Now the neighbour says he has a key to the chain, of course. Yep. You know where that chain was cut, the link. Yeah, okay. And he says that depending on where it was cut, you know, it might just be fine. So he was going to have a play with it first. They would have cut it right next to the lock. Yeah, that's what I figured. They wouldn't have cut it in the middle. No, and that's what I said to him too. I said, look, I wasn't actually watching when they cut the chain, but they would have done it in a way where it could be salvageable. Brooke Trout is in the house. Welcome in, Brooke Trout, from the beautiful Southwest Florida. Mike's Adventure Sparks is here also. Thank you, Mike. We're just doing a bit of fence repair here. We had to cut a fence yesterday. Done. Oh, that'll make him a happy man. It's probably better than it was before, is it? Well, it's not worse, that's for sure. It's not worse. Ah, okay. So what is your plan of attack for today? I'm going to fix this. Yep. And then I'm going to put those posts up that are down the driveway. Yep, the posts down the driveway. Run them up. Yep. And once they've run up, I'm going to bring the excavator up. Yep.
and we're going to start digging some holes.
Oh, that'll be exciting. Hello, Jay Sparky. Welcome in. Foraging and urban farming says not worse is the best I can usually hope for. Yeah, everyone agrees with you. And I always find it's good when everyone agrees with you. How many gripples did you end up using, Lee, or haven't you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I've got 6 in my pocket, but I mean, I've got a bag of 50 up at the house.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll get them when I come back up.
Sure. Oh. So let's show you the posts in the driveway. Oh, is someone going? Who's going? I hate... Old Hillbilly says, I hate fencing on any continent. Hi and bye at Jay Sparky. Oh, you got to go, Jay? Oh, you're probably at work, are you? Thank you so much for leaving a like, Jay. It's very much appreciated. I hope you have a lovely day at work, if that's what you're doing. Oh no, it'll be your night time, won't it? You're probably going to go to bed. Gosh, I'm so confused. Either way, whether you're going to work or you're going to bed, I hope you have a safe and relaxing time, I guess, for want of a better word. Now this is lower down the drive than I would normally take you. You see all the tracks here yesterday. Certainly made a bit of a mess of the drive, didn't it? Look at that. So this is where the truck got stuck. And you can see there's a bit of a bank here, and there's also a bit of a bank here. So the problem was that we couldn't get any tractors or any equipment up and around it to get in front. And you can't really go up and around on this side either. So in the end, we had to cut the neighbour's fence and go in through another paddock and go in through next door, and then come back down the drive with some equipment, which came down here, down here, down here, and the truck was up on this bank. So yeah, one wheel was well and truly embedded, one of the back wheels, and then the front wheel was about 1/2 metre off the ground. And we had, well, the fencer had big straps attached to these 2 trees. And also there's 2 trees there, and you had straps there. And so 4 straps, 4 trees, holding the excavator on so it wouldn't slip and fall off. And that's the mess. And down here, if I'll just come down a little bit further. Some of the concrete posts. So we had concrete posts on the truck as well. So there's 2 of them. 3, 4, 5, and number 6 is there. So obviously we had to ditch the posts, these concrete posts, to reduce the weight on the truck to try and keep it stable. Yes, we are. You're quite right. We are in the future. We are in the future. "1 a.m. here. Kirsty never sleeps. Okay, that's something you need to know about Kirsty. She doesn't seem to sleep. Well, it could have been a lot worse. The driveway is rather chunked up. And what is this? Something's got left here yesterday. I'll better tell him about that, although he probably knows. All right, walking. Hello, Brad Palmer. What's tomorrow going to be like, Susan, says Old Hillbilly. I think tomorrow's going to be wonderful. I think we should always be positive. Even if you have a shitty day, it only means that the next day could only be better, hey? So tomorrow will be wonderful. How are you, Brad? I'll have to go in and make you a mod at some time, Brad, but I'll do it after the live. I have this awful habit of accidentally deleting people from the chat when I play around with them and I'm actually live, so now you know you've got a drum of oil or petrol or something down the drive. It's water, is it? Okay. I remember seeing it there yesterday. I wasn't sure if you remembered it. Okay. How soon will it be till you're trying to move the posts? 15 minutes? All right, thank you. You're not tech savvy at all. No, well, I mean, I'm no spring chicken. I'm in my mid to late 50s. You know, a few years ago, I didn't even have a mobile phone. I certainly never thought I'd start a YouTube channel. No, Americans, I have looked up who invented daylight savings, and I actually don't think it was the Americans, but I could be wrong. Now he says in 15 minutes, thereabouts, he will be starting to move the posts, those concrete posts I just showed you. He's going to use this excavator just here to move them. And then he'll put them, I'm guessing, in the trailer there on his Jeep, and bring them up to the house. And then the real work will begin. So did you want to hang around down here for 15 minutes? Do you want to, I'll give you the options. Pardon me. We can either stay down here and just lurk and talk and chat. And then we can, whoops, I almost fell in a hole. And then we can watch at least a couple of the posts being moved and loaded on. Or we can head back up and look at animals and just wait. But, you know, he might be a fair while because he's got a few of them to move. I wasn't going to stay there for the entire process, but what would you like to do? Tell me. No response yet? That's okay. That's okay. Let us. You're happy just watching? Okay. Well, that's good. We can, oh, there we go. There's me. There's me again. We'll go up and have a look at this while we're waiting. We'll walk up to the stockyard and we'll have a look at this bonfire pile that I wanted to light on Thursday, my Thursday, and see if it's actually dry enough. I might still do it. Oh, a bit of shade. Shade's always lovely. Chatting on the porch is fine with me. It's a fair way up to the porch, let me tell you, Joy. We'll see how we go. We might lurk down here for a little bit longer. Food Feral, welcome in. I'm going to say that I'm going to the stockyard when I visit my goats from now on. Yeah. Yes, going to the stockyard. How are you, Food Feral? How are your budgerigars doing? Justin! Welcome in, Justin. How lovely to see you. We were going to start the fencing yesterday, but we had a little bit of an oopsie in the driveway. So we've just been going down to see the aftermath. Here's my old stockyard. It looks old and haggard. I suppose it is old and haggard. Open that gate. I might actually leave it open for the moment because those branches that I showed you in the driveway earlier, they need to be driven down and put on this pile here. So I may as well leave the gate open. What do you reckon? There we are. So it's very old stockyard, this one, but it's nice and sturdy. It does the job. That's the loading ramp for loading cattle on and off trucks. There ain't nothing wrong with old and haggard. I am too. Yeah, I'm hearing you. As long as everything works and you're happy. And I think that's what matters ultimately in life, isn't it? Happiness and health. I mean, I know sometimes I bemoan about lack of finances, but really and truly, you can have all the finances in the world, but if you're miserable, they don't help you. You might think they'll help you. You can buy yourself lots of new flash toys and it gives you a little bit of instant gratification. But that form of pleasure, that form of gratification doesn't last long. So I do think that finding true happiness and health is probably the most, and having health is probably the most important thing in life. So, it's a big bonfire pile. There's that big old tree that fell last year. Oh, you've seasoned. Yes, I like that. Yes, yes. You're seasoned. I might steal that from you. Season isn't bland, quite right. Now, Joy says chronic illness here. Yes, your health is the most important. And even your health, you know, with money you can improve your health. But depending on what your health issues are, money can't always help that either. Foraging and urban farming says chronic illness here also. I'm so sorry to hear that, folks. We know this feels reasonably, it looks reasonably dry too. Oh, the excavator's moving. Shall we go down and look at the excavator, folks? Can you hear it? Can you see it? I can see it with my own eyes, but I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up. head back down, head back down. La da 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 da. So much happier than yesterday. Look at this, it's mid-autumn. I mean, it's none of the trees are really starting, not many of the trees are starting to change colour yet. I think all the trees and the plants and even the animals are so confused. We get some really cold days, then we get some really warm days, then we get some really cold days, and then we get some more really warm days. Even the people are getting confused with it. No one knows what season it is anymore. Right. Walking, we're chasing an excavator down the driveway. For anyone who's just popping in now. Yesterday we had a truck come in with an excavator on the back and it couldn't make it up the drive. The drive was so wet after all the rain that we had last week, and it got stuck at rather a precarious angle. It got halfway up the hill and then it slid back down and it ended up halfway up an embankment. So one wheel was up on an embankment, the other one was up in the air. So it took a fair bit of time. Well, it took 8 hours, over 8 hours to get them sorted. A lot of people and a lot of help from neighbours bringing in other equipment to try and help free and help stabilise everything in the first instance. So we're approaching the point where the truck got stuck yesterday. Oh, that's good of him. He's fixing the bank, because we had to cut into it a little bit. And really, we're in the bush. The bank doesn't matter that much, but it was good of him to do it. And there's our excavator. All right. Heart says it has been... Oh no, hang on, I've missed a few. Let me go back. I'm glad you're happy foraging and urban farming. That's awesome. Now, is that Amanda, foraging and urban farming, if I got that right? I do apologise sincerely if I've got your name wrong. Yeah. Happiness is everything. And health. I know Kirsty is just so awesome. She does achieve so much. Foraging and urban farming says, as healthy as I can be, a year out from kidney failure from a kidney stone, stage 3 damage forever, but I am alive. I am so sorry to hear that your kidneys were damaged, but I'm glad that you're okay. Everyone is connecting to everyone else. Yes, Amanda, see, I got it right. My God, sometimes my brain actually does work, doesn't it? I love those moments. All right. Let's see, something's going on here. So yes, there we go. This is me. Just standing here, and we're waiting to see some posts being loaded up onto the excavator, and then we'll be taking them up the driveway and putting them into a trailer, whereupon they will be taken up to the house and they will be used. Well, I've got some fencing repairs to do, but then we're putting in the new fence for the new veggie garden. Kirsty, it's finally happening. It's finally happening. All right, let's go down a bit. So exciting it is. This pardon me folks, I do apologize. This veggie garden, this new bigger veggie garden, has been a plan of mine for so long, like so long. And when I first moved here, I did try growing things in the veggie garden that the original owners had, but it didn't work very well. Very exciting. So yeah, my old veggie garden is pretty much in the shade now. There's too many fruit trees and things around it. And I'll keep the fruit trees there. It makes a nice little orchard, but it doesn't make a nice spot for a veggie garden. Whoop. Starting a new garden is very exciting. Yes, Kirsty. And Joy. Yes, I agree. Amanda says, I started a new plot out front, but the weeds and the baby oak trees are winning. Oh no. Maybe cover it with a tarp till you can get to it. So that's a suggestion Joy is making to Amanda. Whoops. Or, Amanda, something that I have done, which is that might work better. In town, we have a place that sells carpet and lino, like vinyl flooring. We call it lino in Australia. And when they lay carpets in people's homes, quite often they will have large offcuts, large offcuts of carpet and vinyl. So what I will do is I will go and get a large offcut. Now that offcut could be, 20 by 20 meters. It lasts a hell of a lot longer than any tarp I've ever bought. And it's free. And I have to admit, vinyl flooring offcuts and carpet works much better to smother weeds. So hopefully you all heard that. I'm trying to talk over the sound of the excavator. And the first lot are in. There we go. First lot are in. Well, I think we'll head back up now and we'll leave them to it. So he's got another 4 to move and put into the trailer. Yeah, no, the carpet works really well. The local place in town, like I don't know what they do in cities, but at least in our local town, any offcuts they have, they just put them in a huge bin out the back of their shop and they're free for anyone to take. And it works for the company because, of course, they don't have to spend money disposing of it. And you lay a bit of carpet on the ground, it can last 2 or 3 years, which is a lot longer than your average tarp. They charge for offcuts here, but the price is reduced, says Kirsty. Okay. Woodchucker! Hello, my dear. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. We just went down the drive to have a look at the excavator, which is picking up some concrete posts that got dropped in my driveway yesterday. So once the excavator has them all loaded up, they'll be bringing them back up to the house. And the work on the veggie garden can begin. I'm well. I'm very well. Thank you for asking, Woodchucker Caleb. How are you? Tell me. And Reese, you're here also, my friend. How are you, Reese? It's lovely to have you here also. Have you been keeping well? Kirsty is kindly putting up everyone's links again so that you can all connect. You know, I also almost wore a jacket down here. I'm so glad I didn't. So glad I didn't. It's quite warm. Oh, I wonder what that is. I can hear some weird animal howling. I can hear a motorbike too. I'm in Australia. Ah, you're looking lovely and you look happy. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Yes, we had a big day yesterday and it was rather stressful, but I am happy and all is well. Everything worked out for the best. It always does if you give it time. Things have a way of working themselves out. There's this saying now, to go back further, there's this movie. Now, what was it? The best Marigold Hotel. That's not it. Anyway, It's something like Marigold Hotel anyway. And one of the people in that film said that if everything, now how did it go? Got to think about this. If everything isn't good, then it's not the end. So basically what he was saying was that everything will get better eventually. And when something goes wrong, it's not the end of everything. It just means it's going to get better. So it's not over until everything's good. Your wife was asking. I do have beautiful land. Lots of blackberries here, unfortunately. Blackberries are constant work. This is probably the worst bit. Look at them. They're actually climbing up the wattles. But all this area here, I want to clear that next year. That's my 2027 plan. It has been sprayed, actually. It's all been sprayed about 2 years ago, but it's all come back again. I have 168 acres. Oh no, you're right, Amanda. They taste lovely. I have lots and lots of blackberries squirreled away in the freezer. And you could see, maybe you can't see, but there are some blackberries still forming on these bushes, on these canes here. Yeah, they do hurt, you're quite right. Very prickly. Woodchucker Caleb says, okay, you didn't have to say 168 acres. That is a dream. I hope you realise that is amazing. I certainly do. Bobby Moses says, well, that's a lot of acres. Yeah, it is. It keeps me busy. Especially because I don't have any equipment on my own. Tweet, 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 tweet. But I suppose when you have your own equipment, as handy as it is, I used to bemoan the fact that I didn't own my own tractor and I don't have my own excavator and I don't have my own bobcat. But really, the more things you have, the more things you have to maintain. And the more things you've got to insure. So I do think I'll take a shovel, yes. Yeah. Amanda says I have to get 5 acres. I think 5 acres sounds good. Woodchucker Caleb says I wouldn't care. No equipment, I'd take the wild freedom, birds and the land. And a shovel. Yeah. And get a mule. You know, I've had a few people over the years suggest that. A donkey or a mule. I'm not in a rush to get up this hill. Still got this bit of tree here. Haven't had time to get back to it. But you know, it's not going anywhere, is it? It can stay there for a few more months. And when I get time, we'll come back down and take a bit more off it. So one of the fences being repaired today is this one just here. Up on the corner there, you can see an old apple tree. There used to be 2 apple trees there, and this fence was using the second apple tree as a post, but the apple tree died. Well, it fell over actually, most of it. And kept the stump there to use as a fence post, but it just rotted away. I mean, it's quite rotten. And of course, when that stump went, it sort of was holding the whole fence in place. So one of those concrete posts is going to be going in here. So all these will be tensioned up. What he's going to be doing today, one of his jobs, his excavator, he will need to dig this up and get it out of the way, nice and clear. And then he's got an auger attachment for the excavator, and he will he'll dig a new hole, and we've got some concrete and some screenings coming. Screenings is gravel, and so the post hole will be dug, the post will be put in along with the concrete and the screenings, and it will be left for probably 24-48 hours to set. Once it is set adequately, then this whole fence line that goes all the way down to the stockyard where we just were, that will be tensioned up, and then this fence will be fixed once more, which will be good. So he'll probably do that first so it can start setting, I guess. And then once he's done that, he's going to be up at the house and doing this veggie garden. Oh, you had a donkey and he was a sweetheart. Joy asks, in your area, do they have small holdings or is it all large acreage? Look, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. I mean, you're not supposed to have a property here that is less than 100 acres. All right, so 100 acres is the smallest lot you can have. Now I'm going to try and open this gate and get through. Oh, can I? Without dropping the camera or zapping myself on the electric fence. Oh, I think with all the rain, the post has moved. We might just keep going. The post has moved, this wooden post. So the chain is too tight for me to release. That's okay. We can walk up. We can walk up. Now, Woodchucker Caleb says, if I could go back in time and be the neighbour boy that does chores for you, that would be awesome. I'm in Arizona and it's nothing like the land you have. You know, Arizona's quite sort of desert-like, isn't it? And very dry. Am I correct with that? A good place for the post, says Amanda. Yes, indeed it is. Oh, I can hear a parrot. Joy says, I've heard they are real characters, but I've never had a donkey myself. Oh, what a strange insect. Look at that. Look at the size of the stinger on it. I'll get rid of that. Look at him. Can you see him? It's not focusing very well. No, come on. Off you get. Right, he's off. You probably wondered what I was showing you. Oklahoma, that's not far, but far enough. Melissa, less than 100, boy, I'm in the wrong state and country. Yeah. Oh, if I had 100 acres, you guys, says Amanda. And then she says, oh, if I had 50. Woodchucker Caleb says, yes, it's very dry. When it rains, we get real excited and hang outside until it stops. I do that when it snows. Arizona desert, yes. Wow, you have exotic bugs. Well, look, I suppose we do. But to be perfectly honest, when I'm looking at people's videos who are in the Northern Hemisphere, I look at your videos and think, wow, you have exotic animals. So it's different, that's all. You hear all the crickets. So yeah, this is one of the pastures. You can see some hills there in the background. The great thing about this place is you can't see any other place. You look out the windows and you walk around the veranda and all you see is hills and pasture and mountains. Moo, I hear a cow. There's some of my prunings from yesterday. We'll pick them all up later today. And they'll all be going down to that bonfire pile that we looked at just earlier. Amanda says it's lovely. We can see other places, really. We take it for granted. Woodchucker Caleb says, if I had that land in Arizona, just guessing that would probably be 10 million to buy at least. Yeah. Yes, indeed. More prunings. We're heading up to see the cactuses are dying. Oh my God, are they? That's no good. It's certainly getting very dry. It's autumn here, and yet you could see that most of the trees haven't started changing colour. And the grass is starting to grow again. Like, I need to mow again. It's not even been a week since I mowed, and you could see the length of the grass. And we have had some rain too, but it's been very, it's not a lot of rain. This part of Victoria where I live is meant to be, historically, one of the wettest parts of the state, going back decades and decades. This is so dry. We're getting some rain, but it's so dry. High Plains Camper, welcome in, my friend. Moo. Moo. Hey Blaze, that was Blaze that just mooed. Blaze is the black one. You're cracking me up, Caleb, says Amanda. Oh, Woodchucker Caleb. We haven't even gotten near the best views of this property. Although I have shown them before, but I don't think I'll get there on this live today. But up the back, this amazing view of just mountains that go for miles and miles and miles and miles. Hello, Oreo. Hello, Oreo. Hello, my darling. Hello, my darling. Penguin. Stop it. See, they know when the fence isn't switched on. Stop. This is Penguin. Hello, Penguin. Hello. Penguin is almost 2 years old. That's Blaze. That's Fiona. Oh, someone asked what breed they are. Okay. I'm trying to breed a British white herd. Penguin. Stop. I can't wait till this afternoon when the fence is turned back on. Look at you. You naughty girl. You naughty, itchy girl. You itchy, itchy thing. Of course the name is Oreo. It's a chocolate biscuit. Amanda. It's a chocolate biscuit. And for someone who's chocolate obsessed, as I am, it had to be Oreo. So, British white. This cow here is your classic British white. They're white and they have a black nose, black ears, and a bit of black around their feet like that one does. Hello, darling. No, actually, I won't put the phone that close. You'll probably sneeze on it, won't you? Hello. 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 Yes. Yes, thank you. I just wanted to be licked. Ew. That's a British white calf. So the... Oh, Dot. Honestly. So the black and white ones are 50% British white and 50% Angus. And then what I did was I bought a British white bull. Where is he? Him there, British white bull. He's registered British white, so I bought him and 2 British white heifers. These 2 here, Fiona and Tamara. Yes, that's right. And then I have, oh gee, everyone's decided to go to the toilet now. Bad timing. So anyway, these little calves here are full British white. So then eventually, this one here, honestly, get your head out. Get your head out. This fence will be on this afternoon. You know that, don't you? And then you're going to get a hell of a shock when you touch it. So yes, British white. The black one down there is Blaze. No, no limousine. I know. The second the power goes off or you turn the fence off, they bloody know, you know. And they start testing the fence straight away. This is Dot, the Jersey cow. She's meant to be our milker, but I let her dry out because she was supposed to be in calf. And turned out she wasn't. Although she might be in calf again now. But because I let her dry out, I can't milk her anymore. But this one here, this black one, that is Dot's adult calf. This black one here is probably coming up to 4 or 5 years old. And the guy that did my hay, Paul, he's going to take this one and the very naughty one, Panda, and Blaze down there. He's going to take them and use them for breeding. Oh, look at that. That is Storm and Domino, her calf Domino. Hello guys, hello. When you gotta go, says Caleb. Yes. Woodchucker Caleb says we had white Herefords and Limousine cows growing up. Hello, darlings. And Amanda says, I have milk goats to practice for the 5 acres and a milk cow. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes I think having a single goat, well, it wouldn't be a single goat. You'd have to get it a friend, wouldn't you? But having a goat to milk would be easier than having a cow to milk. Hello, darling. Hello, Storm. Yes, one of my neighbours, well, she's moved now. She used to have goats and she used to milk them, and I used to get milk from her goats. And I actually used to use it to make soap, goat's milk soap. Hello, Pickles. This is Pickles. That's one of last year's calves as well. All happy, and at least at the moment they're all in the paddock. Oh, if I had to pick my favourite, oh, that's hard. Well, look, in a way, I'd have to say Dot, the Jersey cow, because I'm a lot more bonded with her. Like when you're sitting behind a cow and you're milking it, you do develop a bit of a bond. That's sort of different to the other cows. So in many ways I'd have to say Dot here, the brown. But another favourite, who would be another favourite? Probably Fiona here. Hello, thank you, thank you. And the calves, I must admit, are very cute. There's one little calf there. Oh, hello, darling. Yes, hello. And another one, hang on, it's hard to see it through the camera. There. It's there. So one there and one there. And then Pickles over here, who's, not Pickles, Domino. That's little Domino, look at that. Getting a wash from Mum. Sorry, I won't distract you. We're just watching. We're just watching. Her fuzzy black ears. I know, they're very cute. So the mum here is a 50% British white and Angus. The calf is 75% British white. So eventually I want to have an entire herd of the white ones, but even British whites, like you can get black ones. You can, you know, if occasionally there's a throwback. Here's Panda, naughty, naughty Panda. Everyone's just happy. Look at that. My dog heard you say his name. Panda. Panda. Show Dot again. I'm showing my wife. Okay, there we go. There's Dot. She's a good girl. Aren't you, Dot? You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And then there's Fiona, and you're a good girl too. Yes. She does have a great hairdo. Oh. My wife says she has a sweet face. She does. She looks hilarious. You know, and we were so excited about when we thought Dot was going to have a calf, because I mean, you know what, a half, you know, the calves from Ernie the bull. Ernie the bull's another favourite too. You can feed him by hand. The British white bulls, all the ones that I have met, are incredibly placid. Now, I'm sure there's ones out there that aren't, but all the ones I've met, and I've been to a few farms and I've met a few British whites, incredible cows. You can just walk up to them and pat them and lean on them and feed them by hand, and they've got beautiful temperaments, even the bulls. But we were very excited to see what the calf from Dot would have looked like. You know, half British white and half Jersey cow. I mean, that would have been a very interesting mix. Like, would it have been a white cow with brown spots? Or would it have been all white? I mean, really, I had no idea. And yeah, it would have been very exciting. And look, it'll happen. It'll happen one day. Can you see the sheep there in the distance? All right, let's see if I can get this gate open with one hand. I should be able to manage. There we go. So we're back in the sheep paddock. I hear a vehicle coming up the drive too. I wonder if he's going to come straight up. We'll just hang here for a minute in case we need to open the gate. But yeah, over there you can see some black Suffolk sheep. It looks like he's coming straight up. Okay. Well, let's open this gate. The reason he did the big loop there and didn't go straight is because over here is where the septic tank is, under the ground. So he went around the septic tank. He didn't drive over the septic tank. All right, so lock this up. The cows, of course, are very excited. They know there's things happening. Have I ever had pink grapefruit? It is amazing watching them eat a grapefruit. With the cows, I don't even think I've had a pink grapefruit, let alone the cows. You see there's got the tiles here marking where the septic tank is. Well, that's not UPS. No, it's not. Yeah, most people are pretty good in the country. And here they are. So we sort of roughly marked out the pink paint. So roughly marked out where the star pickets, or what do you call them over there, T-posts, are going to go. They haven't been hammered in properly yet. And then it sort of heads off down that way. Clearly they're not straight. They're just like roughly in place. I'm going to use this frame from the old swing set. That will be, I don't know, I think something to grow beans up. We'll keep going, keep going, keep going. But I can sort of, I know the posts aren't in properly yet, but even just having them just like shoved in the ground, it's easier to see, it's easier to eyeball. It's going to be a big veggie garden. And I want to build a greenhouse in here as well. And that's part of the reason why it's a big area. It's a great size, isn't it, Kirsty? It's a great size. So very much looking forward to it. Frenchie, hello my friend. Thank you very much. You hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, if anyone's in here and you're enjoying the chat and you haven't done it yet, please consider hitting the thumbs up. If you're not enjoying it, well, I guess don't hit the thumbs up. But if you are, what I'm going to do, yeah, pretty much. It was just the fencing, because the fencing will have to be electric. Most of the garden beds in here will be raised garden beds. I'm going to use like corrugated iron because, as I said, I'm getting older, and one thing I don't want to be doing as I continue to get older, I mean, I don't want to leave the farm, so I need to find ways of making things easier, you know, to sort of future-proof it somewhat. So I want to make most of the beds within this section raised garden beds. And I mean quite raised, like at least that high. And that's probably 1 meter in height. I will buy them as kits. We have a hardware store here called Bunnings in Australia. I'm not sure what your equivalent is in America, Canada, the UK, but you can buy quite large flat pack raised garden beds out of corrugated iron. You just, you know, pop them on your trailer and bring them home, and they're all there, all the bits are there, and you just pop them together. So eventually I want to have quite a few raised garden beds in here. I will have probably 4 which will go directly into the ground. I want to plant in the old veggie garden, which is down there and on the other side of the fence, being smothered by trees. I have a big rhubarb bed. I have a big bed of asparagus, and I want to give them a bed each. So a bed for the rhubarb, and I also want to grow wheat. I want to have a go at growing wheat so I can make a loaf of bread out of my own home grown and home milled wheat, and that's going to have to go directly into the ground as well. So it's going to be a bit of a mixture, but the beds that are going to be like in the ground, like I said, the rhubarb and asparagus and things, they're crops that basically I plant them and then that's it. You know, they're not crops, they're not going to be beds that I'm going to be on my hands and knees weeding them every day. Those ones will be the raised beds. And you see, I picked all the apples off our tree. Just one Sue, welcome in. Thank you, everyone. Number 29, says Caleb. Woodchucker Caleb says that's a very smart thing to do at future proofing to make it easier. I need a Cadillac lawnmower, or Open up sections so the cows can eat all the grass. Yes. Just one Sue, welcome in. Yes, we have been looking at that too. Giving cows access to more areas. Do I have to water them or will I get enough water? They will need to be watered. The apple tree is looking good. Yes, that is the Jonathan apple. Supposed to be a dwarf, but we'll see. And then this one over here is the Granny Smith. That did have lots of apples, but the cockatoos got to them incredibly early. So we didn't actually get any ripe apples off that one. Well, I'm hoping once this fence is up, we can take these cages off too, you see. Hang on. You want the gate open? Radio. Oh, the cows there, they're all watching going, what the hell? What the hell? Something's going on. Whoops. Just tripped on a cow poo. It's amazing what you can trip on in the country, isn't it? Whoop. Moo. Yep. That's what UPS looks like in rural Australia. Moo, moo, says everyone. So I'll show you, we'll have a better look at these concrete posts. And you know, we still haven't fed the chickens yet. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. Huh, okay. I'll have to move that. Okay. I know. I've got some bread in the laundry. I'll feed you later. So I'll have a better look at these concrete posts. They're quite big. So now he'll be back down there at that apple tree that we passed, or what's left of the old apple tree. Look at them. Absolutely massive. So as the wooden posts fail in the area, I just replace them with concrete. Now we are putting in a gate. Actually, where is the gate? He hasn't brought it up yet. There's going to be a big gate. So see that big farm gate that I just opened up there? There's going to be one hinged off this post. It's going to be right here. It will go from there to, you can see there's a cross there on the ground there. So from that post to here will be a gate. So if I ever do need to get anything delivered, anything big, any toppings or any compost or anything like that, I mean, you just don't know, do you? You can guarantee that if I don't put a gate into this area, I'm going to regret it. So basically, I'm putting in a gate just in case. It might only get used once every 6 years, but I want to know that when that moment comes, we've got a gate. But, as I said, we haven't fed the chickens. We've got somewhat distracted with deliveries and posts and excavators and fence repairs and cows. Ooh, duck in under here. Oh, so dark and green and lush. Doesn't look like autumn, does it? Not at all. Oh, some lovely wind anemones, Japanese wind anemones. Lovely flowers. I think another branch has snapped on this. Oh gosh, yes. This poor Chinese elm, I reckon I'm going to lose it. I had it pruned last year. A big branch fell off it. And so I had it professionally pruned because I really want to save this tree. It's a beautiful tree. Look at it. But it's still continuing to collapse. Smart lady. What's rodeo mean? A rodeo? Who are you asking? UPS. Yeah, that's what we call a ton of cars out on the road. We say, who left the gate open? Yeah, that's true. You do have to stop and smell the flowers. You're quite right. Yeah, look, the trunk is healthy. It's the same breed as the trees in the driveway where we just walked. They're a Chinese elm, but they're very delicate trees. They were planted by the previous owners. So from there down to the wooden gate, they're Chinese elms, and apart from one of them, almost every year one of them will lose a branch. They're too delicate, and up here where we are, it gets quite windy. Some days, some nights, the wind is incredibly strong, and I think they're just too delicate for the winds that we get up here. That was a bird. That was a silver grey strike thrush. Now remember what I was saying before about pruning the lower branches because the cows eat them? Look at that. Can you see what that cow's doing? Cocoa. So it's pulled a branch down from that tree. Can you see her eating it? Hello, animal lover. Is animal lover here? Hello, my dear. Welcome in. Oh, no, I didn't say rodeo. I said rightio. So RIGHTO. Rightio. As in right you are. How are you, my dear animal lover? Righty-ho. Yes, it does. It means okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. You be right back. We are going to go and feed some chickens while Coco stands there destroying one of my trees. Okay, let's feed some chickens. We're doing everything back to front today. Even this weeping cherry, like it's not showing a lot of signs of going into autumn mode yet. I've got a couple of leaves. Just the 3 of them. We've got a little bit of colour here. You hear the parrots. I've got a Japanese maple there starting to change colour. Things to thinking about. There's a couple of trees. Oh, I've got to show you the golden ash. Look at the golden ash. Do you remember it last week? It was starting to change. Look at it now. Just look at that. Are you going, Joy? thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a lovely evening. I hope you sleep well and that you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Oh, what is that? There's something over here. Something alive. Something under that blue tarp. I caught a glimpse of it. I certainly heard it. Oh, look, and there's a skink. You can just see a little skink right there. There's the skink. Whatever is under the tarp is bigger than a skink, but I'm not going to lift the tarp. It did change quickly, didn't it? It did. It has the most amazing colour. It does usually go first. This one, the golden ash, and also the golden rain is also one of the first ones to change. They tend to change at the same time. Right, let's feed some chickens. I'm going to be getting in here this afternoon. See, this is a peach tree. A lot of the branches snapped. And then we have a blackcurrant bush and there's some nectarines. And I mean, look at it. It's wild in here. But for the time being, we are going to feed chickens. Hang on, there was a question. That's okay, animal lover. There's not many of us that are perfect spellers. That's all good. Have I ever taken a drive with an off-road vehicle on my property? There are many parts of the property that are only accessible by walking or on horseback. The previous owners used to have horses, and so they would go around the property on horseback, and because there's a lot of spots that are just way too steep, and then there's a little creek that meanders through as well. And it's not a very wide creek, like you could jump it, but it's very deep. So there's no way you'd be taking a vehicle across it. But yeah, horseback and on foot. But there probably is still bits I haven't seen. I have tried to make an effort to see everything. What day is it? Tuesday. All right. So we have our fermented grains for the chickens for Tuesday. I'll tighten the lid up. You don't have the lid tight because if it is and you get too much of a gas build up, your bottle can explode. So I'll just give it a shake. And I'll pour that into the coop, and then we'll go in and watch them eating. Hello, girls. All right. All right. So put that one, we'll just put that one up there for the moment. Let's go in and watch chickens, shall we? Put my battery pack back in my pocket. Pick this up and off we'll go. Hello, you lot. It's still very muddy in here. Let me get over here. I'll get in a good spot. Hang on. It helps if I actually turn the camera around, doesn't it? So that's a leghorn. And then we have Araucana, that one there. It's sort of grey, and the other grey. The greys are actually called lavender. They're correct colour. The black one there is Quill the rooster. He's looking very strange at the moment because they're all molting because it's our autumn. So all the chickens are molting, and he's lost his tail because he's molting, and he looks very strange indeed. That's the idea. You would love to see it on a video. If I had a good phone service, I would like to be there when I take a walk on the land. That hasn't really been seen. That would be cool. Yeah, look, it's in the pipeline. It will happen. It is a big battery pack. Wanda, hello, my love. We've just been having a bit of a walk around the property for the past hour and a bit. I hope you're well. Now we've come in to feed the chickens. They're a little bit late. What are you doing, Pavel? Pavel just wants to eat my shoes. It's so lovely to have you here, Wanda. Which one is the rent? Hang on, I'm just catching up. Yeah, look, when meaning the small one, which one is the rent? That's Pavel. She was one of the ones from the incubator group last year. She has quite a story. I've even written that story up for the local paper. Oh, were you live, Wanda? I'm so sorry, I didn't know. I was on your channel the other week trying to see if you had any lives, and it looked like you hadn't done one for quite some time. Because I thought if I could see if you had one scheduled, I was going to write it down in my diary so I'd know to come in. But at the point that I looked, you didn't have anything scheduled, and it didn't look like you'd had anything for a little while. So I do hope you are well. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. Kirsty is a great mod, isn't she, Ace? I quite agree. I quite agree. You both are, Ace, if you don't mind me saying so. I think you are a great mod also. You, Ace, are in fact the mod that all other mods should look up to. And if they don't look up to you, then they should. Oh, I'm sorry, Caleb. I'm just not very dexterous with the phone. And I'm worried that if I try and turn you into mod that I'm going to accidentally delete you. So I can try, but be warned, I may either just end the live or delete you. So I think from memory, I have to touch the person's name and then it brings up 3 dots. Is that right? And then I have to press on the 3 dots. Do you want me to try? Keeping in mind, anything could happen. Oh, PEI. I don't know what that means, Wanda. But listen, what I can do, and I'll probably do it for Wanda as well, is maybe when the live is finished. Oh, look, hang on. Let me. All right, Woodchucker Caleb, I'm going to try, okay? But If it all goes pear-shaped, if I touch, oh, no, okay. No, look, I did, and it gave me the option of remove or report. And I don't want to remove you or report. So when the live is over, what I'll do is I'll go into the chat and I will make you a mod so that next time you come in, you will be a mod. Just hit his name. Just hit the name at his moderator. Yeah, but it didn't come up with, it didn't give me the option of moderator. I'll try again. No, it's not. It's just giving me report or remove. Oh, thank you, Wanda. And I'll make you a mod as well, Wanda, but I'll have to do it after the live because, you know, I'm just not that clever. Not today. Anyway, I'm not clever today. There we are. You can see me, Wanda. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. All right, let's get out of the chicken coop. Hello, my darlings. I might even let you out today. All right, let's stay there. Let's stay there. Let's stay there. Whoops. Gimli the fox. You remember Gimli the fox? I've got quite a few shorts of Gimli. Put that there. This is where I keep all my, whoops, no, you can't see it. That's all wheat, and that's mixed grains that I feed to the chickens. All sorts of weird and wonderful grains in there. And some, what do you call them, pellets for special occasions. But I'll organise that later. And then I put them in these jars and do fermented grains. And that's what they get fed. Keeps them nice and healthy and halves your feed bill. Oh, and we've got an egg. What's a white one? Is it a white one or a blue one? I think it's a very pale blue. So that would be an egg off one of the Aracanas. So let us walk. We have one egg. I think I only need one egg today. Ah, I hear a vehicle. Oh, he's back again with the trailer. Oh, he probably had to bring, okay. Let me. I'm going to put this egg down somewhere. There we go. I'm going to put this egg down somewhere. Right here. Here's the tool. There's my tool shed. It says ladies, because it's my tool shed. Put it on the back of the quad bike. It can sit there. Everything else is sitting on the back of the quad bike at the moment, so why not an egg? Woodchucker Caleb says, if you have somebody you trust, they can be your head moderator, and then they can do it for you, just a suggestion. Ah, so that's right, because you have an option of standard moderator, or there's something else, isn't there? See? I'm still learning. Still learning. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still learning about doing live streams too. There's so much to learn, isn't there? Especially when I didn't grow up with all this technology. Learning it all as a, I mean, I think I was probably like 54 when I started learning about technology. Working out how to film things on a phone. Like I knew how to take photos on a phone, but filming things on a phone and then learning how to download them, you know? How do you download it off your phone onto your computer? That was a major thing for me. I had to watch lots and lots of tutorials. Oh, he's telling the cows off because they're pushing on the fence. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Wanda, Susan, I'm going to send you an email just so you know it's me. All right, emails. All right, I'm going to say this once, Wanda. Well, actually, two ways you can get in touch with me. At the moment, I don't have my email listed in my bio. I do have a Facebook page. So there is a High Country Homestead Facebook page. It's same name, same logo, so easy to find. And that way people can get in touch with me on Messenger. And once you get in touch with me on Messenger, I can then give you my email address. I suppose I could say it out loud just once. I think he's going to bring the excavator up. We call that a she shed. It is a she shed. Every girl should have one. Every girl needs a she shed. Just ask and I'll help you out. Thank you, Caleb. But no, look, I've learnt so much. Oh, look, there's some little toadstools. Look at them all. Aren't they cute? Tiny little itty bitty fairy ring. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I had to learn how to download things off my phone onto my computer. And then I had to do more tutorials because I thought, well, what do I do with everything once I've got it on my computer? And I did all this research to work out what sort of oh, we've got another vehicle here. All right. Hello there.
Good afternoon, morning.
Yes, it's still good morning.
Yes.
All right, go on, Kevin.
You're lucky I
Wave. Wave.
How's it going, everybody?
That's Kevin.
You're lucky I got here.
Oh no.
You've got a driveway, use it.
Oh.
It's a private road.
Oh dear, yes. Oh well.
Oh, you're a little bit grumpy.
That's all right. Okay, so he's down at the apple tree.
Oh yeah.
So if you wanted to go join him down at the apple tree, and I'm going to.
I'll go down, right?
Yes, all righty. Oh look, he's got all the screenings here, and the concrete. Woohoo!
Some work done.
Get some work done, yes, after yesterday. All right, let's go to our veranda and sit down. Should we sit at the front veranda or the back veranda? What do you think, front or back today? It's 168 acres, Wanda. On the front veranda here, this is the view from the front window, from the front of the house. It's a nice view. There's Pepper. A very naughty cat is Pepper. And again, it's a black cat. It's like the black cows and the black cat. All very naughty. Woodchucker Caleb says we have two moderators. One is standard, the other one is the head moderator. The head moderator won't be able to comment on YouTube Shorts. Oh, okay. I knew there was something like that. No, I tell you, thank goodness for YouTube, because I learned so much. I mean, once I worked out, I had to decide what editing software I wanted to use, and once I did that, I had to work out how to, I didn't even know how to install it. Like, I was so not tech savvy. I didn't even know how to install the software once I'd worked out what I wanted. But, you know, I worked it out. I got it there. Then I had to work out how to open the software, and then how to import things from the computer into the software, and how to make a timeline and an audio timeline and a vision timeline. And it's all a learning experience. That's the thing about YouTube. Every day I learn something new. And that's what life's about, really, isn't it? Learning stuff. But let's have a final catch up. Woodchucker said hi to Kevin. I'll say hello to him. He'll be back down the drive now. Kevin is the lovely chap who comes up and helps me normally on a Friday. He'll come up, and if I've had any deliveries come into town, he'll bring them up. If there's anything urgent groceries that I need, he can bring them up as well. So today's an extra trip he's making. He can't come up this Friday, so he's coming up today instead to give me a hand doing a few little bits and pieces. He has skills doing things that I am not necessarily good at doing, like dropping trees and stuff like that when you're trying to get firewood and so forth. So he comes up on a Friday, and yeah, he sort of features in some of the videos. And I haven't done a video for ages. I've got to get back into the editing. I've been so busy on the farm and doing lives that every time I have a free moment, what I don't want to be doing is doing video editing. Even though I know I actually need to do video editing. Look, I still haven't even I haven't uploaded the summer video yet. Okay, I had one for, you know, winter or autumn, winter, spring. I've got every month done, but I haven't done a summer one, and we're halfway through autumn now. Everybody needs a Kevin around. Yeah, I think so too. We barter for, you know, like food, and if I make like the sweet chili jam or the honey coconut biscuits I made on the last live in the wood stove, you know, so he gets food and condiments and fruit and veg to take home, and in return, you know, he gets a day up here and some good company and a good feed, and he helps me out here just doing little jobs and stuff. So that's a big help. A help for me, and hopefully it's a help for him too. I need to put my hard hat on, and says supervisor. Yeah, but nah, wouldn't do that. It's definitely a learning experience. I've been doing it for 15 years. I just had my channel turned 2 years in April, just gone. So yeah, 2 years now. And so that was a big milestone. I think it was a milestone getting to, you know, like your first 50 subs and then your first 100 subs. That's pretty exciting. And then 500 is very exciting. I mean, they're all exciting, don't get me wrong. And then I think I got to 1,500 subs last month. I think it was maybe about 4 weeks or so ago. And my next big milestone, my next big YouTube milestone will probably be in June, maybe the last week of June or the first week of July. If everything stays on track the way it seems to be, at that point I should get to partial monetization, and that will be exciting for me. Just because it's a milestone, you know, it's another milestone, another little tick. And I think, oh, that's good. That's good. That's why you go live. I know. You don't have to do editing, but there's some things, yeah, some things I think you need to do as a video, like a proper video. And I don't want to neglect the videos altogether. So yes, I've got to finish that summer video, and there's so many other videos I want to do too, you know, so yeah. Anyway, my friends, I think I am going to call it for today. As you've seen, clearly we have people here and there's things happening. So I need to go and give them a hand, because they're up here giving me a hand and I'm actually just sort of leaving them to it at the moment, but I need to go and help them. I would like to thank you all. Oh, Rocals, welcome in, my dear. I was just about to wrap up. But I can hang for just a few more minutes. That's what I do live. Stream chainsaw carving in real life. Yes, I've actually watched some of them. I haven't watched, I think the last time I was on your channel was probably about 3 weeks ago. And I had it on the TV in the lounge, and I was showing my daughter some of the things you were making. Awesome. Congratulations on 2 years. Thank you. Thank you very much. And since I've done this, it reminded me, if you haven't done it already and you're liking the stream, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not liking it, you don't have to. Don't feel obliged, but if you do, it would help. But how are you, Rocals? Are you well? I'm just going to hang a few more minutes while you're here. We've had a good walk around. I'm always late for everything. No, you're not always late. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. What matters is that you made it. Awesome on 1,500 subs. That is a proud moment. I know. It was pretty exciting. And I am looking forward to getting 35 thumbs up. Thank you very much for letting me know. That is good. I like that. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, yes, I've had a wander around, yes. So my fencer finally arrived yesterday, Rocals, but he had a bit of an issue because we had a bit of rain over the weekend, and he was coming up our steep driveway, and the truck slipped and it slid down the drive, and it ended up with one back wheel up an embankment, and the other back wheel was like buried into the ground, and then one of the front wheels was up about 1/2 meter off the ground. So, and then there was an excavator on the back of the truck, and we had the excavator tied on with straps to stop it from falling off. It took 8 hours with many people and bobcats and different equipment to eventually get the truck very, very slowly maneuvered to a flat point. And then once it was in a flat point, we were able to get the excavator off the truck. And once it was off the truck could get up the driveway fine, and the excavator could get up the driveway fine. It just couldn't do it together. So 8 hours of yesterday was spent doing that. So today we're starting the fencing. So I had better make a move. Yeah, I'm doing well, Rocals. My friends, Kirsty and Ace, first of all, thank you very much for being here for the entire thing and putting up everyone's links. I am very grateful to you both. Everyone in the chat is very grateful to you both. So thank you, Ace and Kirsty. Thank you to everyone else who's been here and who has kept me company today as we've wandered around the farm. I hope you enjoyed seeing the chickens and seeing the cows and seeing the excavator and hearing all our stories and having that bit of a catch up today. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, the hair is standing up on my arms. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you're here in Australia, it's still daytime, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening, nighttime. Sleep well. Everyone have a blessed and beautiful day and night and sleep. And I'll see you all again soon. Thank you so much. I love you all. And I'll see you again next time.